Silent200. Welcome to 13 Question with Vince Vega. You ready?
Stay ready, my boy.
That's right, baby. Let's do it. Okay, so we're gonna try to stick to 13 questions, my boy. That's the whole object of this whole thing I got going on here. So we're gonna start it off like this. Were you born and raised in Vallejo?
No.
No?
Nah.
Okay. Where else did you live?
I was born in Stockton. I was born in French Camp, Stockton Hospital. I was gonna die when I was born.
Damn.
I had my umbilical cord wrapped around my neck, and they had to do an emergency C-section on my mom. And I was born out there. I stayed out there for a little bit, and then from there I moved to Santa Rosa. And then from Santa Rosa I went to Vallejo. So I kind of bounced around just a couple cities, but once I landed in Vallejo, I stayed right there. And I'd say I was about 6 or 7 when I landed in Vallejo.
I don't think, obviously I know you, but I don't think too many people know that story, that background about you, huh?
Nah, they probably think I'm born and raised in the V, dog.
A lot of people wanna say they are, but hey, everybody has a history, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let me ask you this. We're gonna keep on strolling, okay? What motivates you to keep on making music? Because you've been in the game for a while now. What keeps you motivated? What pumps you up? What keeps you going to after so many years of rapping to continue making music?
It's a stress reliever, to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just music has always been in me. I remember being young, jumping over these little rocks that my mom had in the fucking yard, trying not to fall in the mud and shit. And I was over there freestyling about stupid shit. And I never would have thought that, I'd be at where I'm at right now.
You were just
as far as making music.
That's right. Okay, as far as the music goes, do you let your son listen to your music?
Oh yeah, my son loves my music.
Does he?
He loves when I mention him in my music. Cause I always be all like, I do this for my son or my family or whatever.
Right.
And he'll always be like, Bobby, I like that song. I was like, yeah, that's right.
That's dope. Cause a lot of people, that video came out the other day of Cardi B not letting her daughter listen to her own song, and they crucified her for it, But it's okay for everybody else's kid to listen to her music, So I was just wondering, if you let your son listen to your music.
Nah, yeah, music it's a good way of expressing yourself, and I look at music as an alternative to divert that negative energy that you got built up into something positive.
That's right.
Regardless of what you're saying on those raps or whatever might not pertain to something positive, even though you could make it positive. But at the same time, some motherfuckers that grow up in the streets, they got all this aggression built up in them, and they don't know how to deal with it. So they end up getting locked up or going through, whatever they go through, and they deal with it the wrong way. I feel like this is the best way for me to deal with it.
It's an outlet, right? It's an outlet to get it out, to get it off your chest, get it off your mind.
Yeah.
That's right. So let me ask you this. You're from Vallejo, obviously. People should know that by now. They've been listening to your music for a while. For those that haven't, they don't know. You're from Vallejo, right? So what do you think about the Vallejo rap scene right now?
I feel like it's a big gumbo pot of motherfuckers that just got talent. You don't know what you're gonna get until you pick up that first spoon, dog.
Oh, shit.
Because sometimes there's even artists that pop up out of nowhere, and I'm just like, who's this? Oh, he from Vallejo. I'm like, man.
I've never heard of him before.
A couple weeks later, somebody else. I'm like, man, there's a lot of talent out here, and it's just a matter of who wants to pick them up.
Vallejo has always had we've always had somebody out there on the front street in the Bay Area rap scene. You know what I'm saying? We've always had somebody. Vallejo's been a staple of rap music here in the Bay Area forever, since I could remember. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I asked that question, because we always got something to offer out here in Vallejo.
Mm-hmm.
So what other types of music do you listen to? Are you just all rapped out, hardcore hip hop, rapped out, some gangster shit, or you like to mellow out with something else? Or what other kind of music do you listen to, if you do at all?
I mellow out with some R&B. You know what I'm saying? I listen to a little bit of Russ.
Oh, Russ, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually look up to him in a way, which might sound kind of weird, given his background and shit. Like he ain't nowhere near from the type of life I come from.
Right.
But he's always been independent, and he's done it on his own with no help. And I understand how that is because I never asked for help from nobody. I try to do this shit on my own and always cut out the middleman. So seeing what he's doing and then even hearing him talk about it, you know, that motivates me because he's relevant in the music industry. You know what I'm saying?
He came up.
He came up.
I don't know much about his background, but I know he has some songs that, you know, he's like underground.
He was a SoundCloud rapper, dropping a song every week until he blew up.
That's dope. I know he had that one song on the radio. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't stand it after a while, but you did let me hear some other stuff that he had. It was kind of dope. He's versatile.
Yeah.
So I see how you could relate to him. Let me ask you this: did you ever have a different rap name? Did you always go by you know? Because people they might not know, but Silent is your street name. But did you ever have like a real rap name, or you always just had your street name?
Man, I think it's always been just Silent. At one point in time, I think I was debating over like fucking Slick G or something. I don't fucking know, dog. But I was going with Silent for a minute, and then I ended up changing it to Silent200 because you know, you look up Silent inside of iTunes or Spotify or whatever, you got all these other dudes named Silent. So like, man, I need to do something with my name that separates myself from everybody else, but also something that represents me.
Right.
And you know, where I'm from the 200 block of Arkansas Street. You already know that. But for people that don't know, and that's where the 200 comes from. So I just associated my name with, you know, the numbers on my block.
That's right. Well, I think it sounds better than Slick G.
Shout out to Slick Mob, though.
Slick Mob, that's right. So I know you have a lot of music, a lot of songs that are like, you know, real life shit, right? From real experiences and like really heartfelt, right? So, and people really gravitate towards that, right? They really dig your songs, your music. So you get, what song would you say you get the most like DMs or people hitting you up about or telling you, hey man, I really felt that song? Like what song do you think people really gravitate to that they really feel?
Right now there's two songs. The number one would be Little Advice Part 2.
Yeah.
And you know, for people that don't know, I got 3 parts to A Little Advice. It's part 1, part 2, and part 3. And it's basically just talking about, you know, chapters in my life that is kind of defined who I am and what I've seen and shit. But yeah, part 2, I always get people saying, hey man, part 2, you need to do a video to that, or man, is there gonna be a part 5 or part this? And I'm all like, man, hold on, homie, you gotta just give me some time, dog. I gotta go through these chapters in my own pace.
They don't understand. It's real life that, you know, you have to live life in order for these songs to come out. You know, it's not just, you know, something you made up.
Yeah.
They come from a real place, you know. So that's dope. I kind of knew that answer, but I had to ask because I know people really like that song right there. So obviously, you've been going through some changes physically, right? You know, you've lost some weight. You know, you're getting your mind right, you're getting your health right, your body right, and everything. You post the workout videos on your IG and shit, and
health
you
is
know,
wealth.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, how has the journey been to a healthier life? How has it been for you?
It wasn't easy, I'll tell you that. It took a lot of discipline, a lot of days where I'm all like, fuck, this shit hurts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I got a son, so he got his snacks in the cupboard and shit. I'm over here like, man, I need to put a lock on this side of the cupboard right here. But, you know, it's all about self-discipline. If you don't have self-discipline and you don't have that mentality to actually discipline yourself, you're not going to be able to do it. And I feel like being in jail, that's something that helped me out with self-discipline. Because, you know, you got to go in there and you got to turn on that switch that makes you a different person.
Right.
And that's the way I looked at it. I was like, you know what, I'm tired of being like this. You know, I'm overweight, I'm unhealthy, I'm only getting older, I need to do something about this. So I went on keto and started doing calisthenics because weights was only making me swole. Mm-hmm. And you know, I cut back like 80 pounds, close to 100 pounds.
That's what's up, man. Well, hopefully you keep on pushing, man, and pushing up, striving towards your goal, man.
Oh yeah.
So let me ask you this, when you're not rapping, working out, What else are you doing? What is Silent200 doing? You got any hobbies? Like what else are you doing besides rapping your ass off and sweating your ass off?
Man, spend time with my son. This family time is important. I've heard too many times from people that are older than me that they wish they could go back and spend time with their kids growing up and do more family things together and stuff like that. And I take that into consideration into where I'm at right now because I don't want my son to live the life that I lived or go through what I've been through. And I feel like in order to make things right in a sense, is just to make sure that I put him on the right path. And that should be every father. You know what I'm saying? Like you put your kid in that direction that you don't want him to go. Because me, I didn't have my dad. My dad left me when I was right when I was born almost.
Yeah, you don't want to live in regret, right? And then, let him get older and have kids, and then you feel like, okay, I'm going to make it up by being the greatest grandfather I can be, because you weren't the greatest father you could be, right? So why live in regret? And instead, just do it right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to make up for being a shitty father, a shitty mother by doing all they can for the grandkid, By then it might be a little too late,
Right.
So, yeah. Okay, so this will lead perfectly into the next question. What does being a father mean to you?
Being a father is basically showing your kids on basically how to prepare themselves for life.
Yeah.
Because, life ain't easy.
I agree.
You kind of got to have, leather skin to fucking grow up in the world nowadays.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be all about tooth fairies and Santa Claus and everything you believed in once you fucking hit that fucking threshold and you start seeing the real world and what motherfuckers are capable of.
It's out there.
Yeah.
It's out there, right? I don't believe in what do they say? Sheltering, I don't believe in sheltering my kids and keeping them, closed in and hidden from the real world out there because they're gonna have to deal with it eventually.
Yeah, they gotta go out, they gotta play with other kids their age so that way they know what it's like to, get those bumps and bruises and stuff, when they come home like, oh, I fell down. I'm like, okay, well, brush it off, you're fine. Right,
you gotta be honest with them, I feel, to a certain degree, depending on how old they are, you give it to them in doses. The realness, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You build them up.
Yeah, you don't want to just throw the whole damn shit at them.
Nah. Sometimes I have to check myself on what I do give my son because some of the shit, it just might go right over his head, so. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel you on that. Okay, so check this out. Obviously, you're sipping right now, right? Mm-hmm. I know you like to drink. So let's say this. The scenario is it's Friday night, which it is right now. It just so happens to be a coincidence.
It is Friday.
Right? You're kicking back, enjoying yourself. What are you drinking?
I'm sipping on some Hennessy, dog.
Hennessy? That's it, huh?
Hennessy, I was fucking with Crown, but when I got onto this diet, I kind of stayed away from that because Crown Royal is about 35% alcohol and the rest of it is a lot of sweets and shit. Oh, shit. I mean, all cognac and shit like that has sweets in it. Right. But, right now I'm sipping some of this Tycoon, you feel me?
Tycoon status, huh?
You want to sponsor Silent200, just let me know.
That's that hometown shit right there,
yeah,
huh?
It's that V-Town shit.
Blair's finest. That's what's up. Okay, so being a rapper, putting yourself out there, you're on YouTube, you're on IG, everybody can see, your life, depending on what you put out there, you know what I'm saying? You're a public figure, people can see you in the streets easily. How do you deal with negative people? Negative people as in negative comments, people with negative attitudes, just negativity, period.
Pay them no mind. You pay them no mind. I spent a lot of time at being young, focusing on negativity, always trying to search for it, always like trying to give a reaction to it. And I feel like the best reaction is just ignoring it. Unless you're physically in front of me and you're saying something negative to me that's gonna really disrespect my character, then we're gonna have a problem. Right. But like, if as far as like shit in the comments and motherfuckers just like DMing me stupid shit, I'm just these are clowns right here. I ain't even worried about them. You feel me?
That's right.
Like I must be making you mad and I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? And I got so much going for me. I'm just like, I feel sorry for you. To be honest, you got time to come out of your day to say some stupid shit to me. I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
It must be rough for a hater out there. You know what I'm saying? They got that's a tough job, man. But I guess somebody has to do it, right?
Yeah.
Somebody has to make the fake pages with the fake profile pictures and
I seen
all the comments.
I seen plenty, dog. I seen plenty.
I bet I have too.
Fuck.
Okay, so here it is. 13th question, big dog. All right. If you could, now that you're older, what would the older Silent tell the young Silent about this rap shit?
Oh man, buy your beats. Don't be fucking grabbing shit off of YouTube. Buy your beats today at blah blah blah.com. Fucking spend more time doing music than being in the streets. Cause me, I'll make a slapper. I would think it was a slapper at the moment. I look back now, I'm like, oh God, what was I doing?
Yeah.
But I'm just like, pace yourself a little bit, think about what you're saying, buy the beats.
Don't be cheap.
Yeah, don't be cheap, man. If you're gonna do it all the way. Don't half step. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I was half stepping for a little bit because I was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm just involved in everyday life, and what comes with it.
Right. So okay, that's what's up, man. So that's 13 questions with Vince Vega, man, featuring my boy Silent200, man. I appreciate your time, big dog.
Hell yeah, I appreciate you. Hey, to everybody out there listening, go check out my new album that just dropped, Hood Child 2, Blame It on the Block, out now on all digital outlets. You know what it is.
That's right.